Welcome to episode number 3 of our Let's Play Clash of Clans series, where since our last episode, our Town Hall finished upgrading, and it's time to take a look at my base. Now, as you may remember at the end of episode number 2, we had our Town Hall going from Town Hall 4 all the way up to Town Hall 5. Fast forward to now, the Town Hall 5 upgrade has been completed, and I went ahead and did a lot of boring upgrades around the base. I did the gold mines, I did the elixir collectors, and I even did those archer towers, but if you take a look at my builders right now, I left all of the new buildings for us to end up building together, and let's go ahead and speed run our way through Town Hall 5 and knock it out in this video. And as we kick off those upgrades and new buildings, which I did just start my barracks, so I unlocked the wizard, I wanted to once again give a shout out to you guys because the comment section is absolute gold. There were a few really helpful comments. I mean, there was actually a ton of them in the end. One of them was from Luke, who said that you can actually end up clicking the storages in the gold mines and elixir pumps before going into battle to figure out how much they actually have. That was so useful, and I've been using that nonstop. Tronic ended up telling me that the reason that people wanted me to keep my stones was for the fact that they don't respawn and that I can get a shovel later, which is new to me, so I can actually end up moving them and keep them as a super rare thing around my base. And last but not least, Artemis told me that not only can you end up upgrading your laboratory as well as do research at the same time, which I'm so glad that Supercell changed about the game, but he also told me that this meteorite ends up giving me ore, which apparently is one of the most valuable resources in the game that I need to focus on later on. So all right, we'll do just that. So as I was yapping, I built that gold mine, that elixir collector. Let's go and start some of these new buildings right now, including the spell factory. That is right, we are officially unlocking our spells. We love to see that. Let's get started on that right now. Yes, I do know what a spell factory is. We're also going to get started on that next army camp, which from what I remember, like gives you a pretty decent amount of troops off the jump, which is amazing. And then finally, we'll also end up picking up this wizard tower. Very nicely done. Only 30 minutes, which does remind me, we do need to use that builder bite. Now, in one of the earliest videos, I remember someone saying that you don't have to collect everything right away. That way they don't expire. That was really helpful advice. So we'll go ahead and use one of those right now. Upgrading our army camp again. What else new do we have to build? We have 20 walls because I kept fat fingering and building a couple of the walls, which does mean that we can go ahead and close off our base for the very first time. Absolutely incredible stuff. No one's getting through this base. All right, I'll go ahead and build a wall block down here until I figure out what I want to do with my base design. I don't even know when I'm going to tackle that, just because honestly, I feel like the bases don't even really matter that much early on. I mean, listen, back in the day, I made a base guide for every single Town Hall level, even for Town Hall 3. But yeah, it's not really a priority right now. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Let's keep speeding through those upgrades. One thing that I did actually forget that we unlocked that was new as well is going to be the air bomb. We're strategically placing it right there. We do have 2 more bombs, so we'll add those to the pile. Another cannon unlocked just to say that we did. And for it looks like the final new building, that's going to end up being the archer tower. And you can sort of see all of the new stuff I unlocked for going up to Town Hall 5. All right, since we do have so many resources though right now, let's just try to upgrade as many walls as we can to get rid of some of this gold. That way we can go on some raids and see if we can pick up some resources. We'll get all of those up to level 3 right now and actually make that up to level 4. And all right, with that, we can already start getting these walls up to level 5, which does mean we can finally end up spending our elixir, which I am very happy about. Let's just go ahead and wrap this around basically the entire base. I had that much elixir in my elixir collectors. We'll just go ahead and get the rest of these walls knocked out using our gold. We'll hit those gold mines. And already this base is looking super good and ready to get up to Town Hall 6. Since our builders are filled up right now, I guess we can go on a raid for some elixir. I didn't expect actually to have that much inside of my gold mines and elixir pumps. I did tell you that I maxed it out for my Town Hall level, but I don't know. I feel like resources feel a whole lot different than when I first played Clash of Clans. And you guys even in the comment section told me how many resources you were getting in some of your best raids, which blew my mind. I'm pretty sure there were people telling me that they had something like, I don't know, 2.5 million of each resource as part of their best raid, even 3 million of each, which I don't remember on my Town Hall 11 what the best raid I ever had was, but it definitely was not that high. And yeah, I definitely don't remember the elixir pumps and the gold mines being this full as well. Anyways, we will make our way into this base. We did build that new army camp, so we're gonna have to make a whole nother set of troops. I'll go ahead and knock down that town hall. Let's at least get these collectors so we can wrap this one up. Goblin's gonna knock that one out. The mortar, ever present. And hey, I can't make fun of this guy's base design because it's still better than mine. 2 stars. Let's go back to base and let's see what we got. So all the classic achievements, making sure we collect these as much as we can. I did think that they removed the achievements in the first episode, by the way. Thankfully, they're still here. Heading back to our barracks, I will throw 2 balloons into our attack as well as spam a whole bunch more goblins. But yeah, honestly, given the fact that we're maxed out on storages, I mean, the remaining upgrades that we have aren't anything crazy. I think it's time. Town Hall 5, it was great knowing you, but honestly, you do not have enough content. It's time to move to Town Hall 6. Even with Clash of Clans trying to warn us, let's go ahead and confirm that upgrade right now, pop our gold mines, and pick up the rest of that gold. And there is one important question to answer for you guys before we move forward in this video, because it was all over my comment section. Will I be rushing my base? And for the answer to will I be rushing my base, that's right, I'm not rushing it. I'm going to take it one town hall at a time. Now, according to the comment section, it seems like the best strategy truly to progress the fastest inside of the game right now is to do what's called strategic rushing, and not to go, I mean, all the way completely up to max, but at the very least, skip forward on some town hall levels because I think you get more loot from doing that. But honestly, for me and for the sanctity of this video, I want to try to go town hall by town hall as much as I can. Of course, if there are some random upgrades on the side, I'm going to move up a level like I'm doing right now. But yeah, unless I'm given a reason for a specific town hall, we're going to be taking it one step at a time. Let's move on to Town Hall 6 right now and see what we get for our new town hall level. Are you ready? Boom. We're going to get your classic boosts. Let's take a look right now and see what we have to unlock right now. 34. Got me excited for a second, then I realized that it's probably walls. We've got a gold mine we can build. Let's go ahead and snag another elixir collector that I know that we have. We do have 2 more spring traps. Let's knock out those easy peasy. We'll go ahead and build our second mortar. And guys, I remember downloading Clash of Clans for the first time and getting my second mortar. I felt invincible. It was literally one of the best feelings in the world building your second mortar. First giant bomb was just built. Can't say it's the same feeling as the mortar, to be honest. Let's add to this block of walls as much as we can. Ta-da. We'll go ahead and build our second air defense as well before getting into our newest defense to hit our base. That is going to be the air sweeper. I remember when the air sweeper wasn't even out inside of Clash of Clans. Like, I don't think the air sweeper was out for a few years inside of the game. Back in my day, we did not survive a Town Hall 6 with an air sweeper. Let's go ahead and get that one building right now. I'm going to go ahead and speed up on our mortar just so we can spend some of our resources on walls, and then we can get into some juicy raids and start filling up those storages. Let's get those walls done. 25 selected. We'll get these ones up to level 3, level 4, and of course up to level 5. That means that now we are on to wall level 6. We can start finally getting rid of some of these resources. And again, I feel like I'm spoiled coming back to Clash of Clans during Hammer Jam. A lot of you guys reminded me of that in the comments section. It is great timing. I start posting Clash of Clans again. Tribe Gaming wins the Clash of Clans World Championship and Hammer Jam returns to the game. Some may say it's a coincidence, or some may say that I brought those things with me. Now, we did end up having enough resources to go ahead and get our walls upgraded all around our base. We do have a couple more down here that we will have to take care of. I'm going to save the gold. I'm not going to make the same mistake as previously to not have enough in our attack. Let's go ahead and pop one more balloon into our army camp. Let's get into battle. And holy guacamole, this is the base that I was looking for. Once again, your guys' genius comments told me that I can now click to see the gold mines and the elixir storages. That is such a genius change, Supercell. You got to give them credit where credit is due. Taking a look to see what air defense this guy really has, I don't see even that much. I will drop a giant here. Let's take care of this mortar. I'm actually going to try to play half strategic before dropping my balloons right on top of that. Okay, it went from strategy to I don't know what I'm doing, so let's just start spraying and praying. Let's take care of these and let's make some rooms for our goblins to go into this base and get the job done. Why is that air defense so highly leveled for this base actually not having any defense whatsoever? Anyways, all right, we are going in. Archer's going down. I need to find out, by the way, what is the meta farming strategy nowadays? Like, is it still barching? Is it still just spamming goblins? Let me know in the comment section below. Would love some advice on army compositions now, because I'm sort of just putting every single troop into my army camps, so we have some variety inside of the game. Those will go ahead and go down right there. I'm just going to blow up some walls for the achievement. The OGs know that you got to get all those achievements done. That will do it for this attack. Plenty of resources. Still not used to the goblins attacking the town hall, but that's going to be a quick 600 plus K of each, which we can take to the bank. Now, it looks like I did end up missing 2 of these walls, so we'll finish those off right here. And taking a look at the rest of the stuff we have to build, I do have a wizard tower that needs to get done, but let's do that after our wall upgrades. And man, I am almost done with these walls already. I was hoping these walls would carry me at least for a couple of hours inside of this town hall level. All of those are done, and we can't even unlock the new walls until Town Hall 7. All right, elixir collector upgrade, at least we'll speed up quickly, so let's get that done. Back to single player to make our way through more of these maps, and so far so good. You know, Hammer Jam is clutch for progressing inside of Clash of Clans. I know that when you come back to the game, things are always going to feel really good when it comes to upgrades. I'm sure you guys have crazy upgrade times right now. Like, I remember when I was playing consistently, the max upgrade time was 2 weeks. I'm not sure if that's still the case, and I know that there's all these items and things that can speed up your upgrades that I still have no clue about in the end. People keep talking in the comments like I know what an item is inside of Clash of Clans. I don't know a regular item, a hero item, a pet item, any of those things. Back in my day, the only thing you could do is wait all 14 days for the upgrade. You could gem it, and then eventually they announced boosting, which at one point I don't think had any value inside of the game, but obviously they made that a lot better. All right, moving back on to a movable object. That sounds like Chief Chungus if you guys have seen my cat. Let's go ahead and drop these giants. I'll throw this archer down right here. We'll do some wall breakers on the very top. We just want to take care of that air defense. If you have seen my old school single player videos, because of the fact that troops weren't free, I would literally kill the air defense, and then I would drop my balloons and heavily breathe into my microphone for the rest of the video to conserve elixir. I won't do that to you guys. I'm older now, I'm more mature, and frankly, no one wants to hear that, so let's not do that in this video. That's another 3-star in the single player maps. I'm sure that the rewards will pick up at some point whatsoever. This collector is about to go into 1 gem territory, so we'll take care of that and do yet another upgrade. I just realized that the laboratory needs to get done as soon as possible, and given the fact that we want to spend some of our elixir to do some upgrades as well, let's go ahead and do that by getting our giant all the way up to level 3. We'll get that one cooking as we speak, and for our final upgrade for now, let's do that elixir collector one more time before heading back to those maps. This map is literally the map that I think about when I think about how I used to commentate my YouTube videos. I'm pretty sure I put like 1 barbarian on both of these archer towers, which was, I mean, I waited like 15 minutes to destroy this base, and I was proud of it in the end. I was proud of it. How could I? By the way, if they added like Seeking Air Mines or something to this base, that would be legendary. Control from Supercell after all these years. Anyways, air defenses are down. Balloons are being spammed, and unlike a 15-minute guide of years past, we're just going to spam all of our troops. We're going to get this done, and I really do appreciate not having to wait anymore for troops, or I feel like even heroes they probably cleaned up inside of Clash of Clans. That is definitely a blessing. And speaking of blessings, make sure you guys use code PAT in the shop if you ever getting something inside of Clash of Clans. That was a great transition. You got to give me that. Hopping back into multiplayer, the first base that we find, of course, is another Juggernaut with almost 1 million in resources. Because I upgraded my Town Hall, I'm going to have access to better loot inside of this one, so we love that. Let's drop as many barbarians as we want. We'll go ahead and drop a giant up here, take out this air defense as well, and with 1 level 1 archer tower, I feel like we are well positioned, to say the least, to take care of the rest of this base. Spamming our archers, I will drop our goblins as well, and eventually these goblins will target those defenses, because I don't actually really have much for taking out defenses because I have so many goblins inside of this army composition. So yeah, those are all going to go down. Goblins will clean up the base. 1 mortar on this side that I did not see at the very beginning of the raid, but I will finish this one through to the end. I assume there's some benefit to getting, the 3rd star. I know that there's leagues and you can get bonuses. Again, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I don't want to know it until we get there. So yeah, let's just spam our goblins, clean this one up. Easy 3-star. Army boosted, I also don't know what that means. But we're figuring it out one step at a time, thanks to you guys. Back at base, and there has been a revelation. What is this arrow sitting in the water? Now, I feel like it's the builder base, which I did play once. Supercell invited me to a tournament after I hadn't played Clash of Clans for well over a year. I made it to the finals of the builder base competition before I lost to Itsu, but I did even take a map from him, and still the comment section was roasting me. Guys, I did my best, and I hadn't played in like over a year. Yes, I still think about it like 6 years later. Anyways, let's click this boat. We are going to build this, I guess, with our builder. Supercell, why do you got to make us use a builder to build this for 5 seconds for free? Anyways, that'll get done. I think we are going to set sail. Interesting. We have made it to builder base. Guys, I don't know anything about builder based content. This is out of my wheelhouse when it comes to Clash of Clans. So you guys let me know, like, is builder based content fun to do inside of Clash of Clans? Is it something that we should absolutely skip? Do people like realistically do builder based content inside of the game? Let's gem up that Rage Barbarian. We'll get out of here as soon as we can, but I guess I'm being fed to the wolves and we have to get in. I remember you drop a Barbarian and then they start instantly raging, which, by the way, why is it telling me to click right here when I can't obviously click right there? Supercell, come on now. Anyways, we'll drop our Barbarians. Yes, I remember that these rage. I think the archers go invisible. I don't know what the goblins do. Are there goblins inside of this mode? Question mark. I remember the minions shooting like rocket launchers basically type distance when they attack, where it looks like they'll finally let me freeze. So let's go ahead and do our builder barracks to the next level. We will move back to our base. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see builder-based content or how that should integrate with this series. Back to where we were. We have plenty of stuff to get done. Let's get this gold mine going once again and this elixir collector. These are nice and easy upgrades that we can do over and over in this video. I went ahead and also gemmed up our barracks. So now that we've unlocked a wizard, we can throw that into our army composition and go ahead and show him off inside of battle. Back to the upgrade. We'll do this elixir collector once again. There are a couple of other ones we can get done. The gold mines, the elixir collectors, like this is spam upgrading over and over. I don't even want to think of how many upgrade levels they have inside of Clash of Clans. We'll gem this one up before even getting into one more battle. Start this cannon up to level 2, and okay, I am overwhelmed. There are a lot of upgrades to do right now. I don't feel like there's anything too major, but just the quantity of them is going to take a little bit of time. But all right, those are cooking. Let's head back to multiplayer. We are printing right now with resources when it comes to Clash of Clans. I am absolutely loving what I'm seeing right now. Let's just drop some archers up top, see if we can get away with attacking from here. I don't really know the power of like my army composition. If I can actually like go into a base and take everything out of there, I will just start dropping some goblins on the outside. I feel like this is the safest way to get this done. I think we're gonna just try to get our way into the base right now. So let's drop some giants to do some tanking. Wall breakers going in, more giants going down. All right, guys, we are gonna get, is this like the first time that we've gone beyond the first layer of walls since our return to Clash of Clans? I think so. All of that is gonna go down. I did not check actually if the storages actually have that much related to the collectors, but we're gonna keep spamming anyways. I forgot we are building our spell factory, by the way. I feel like we really need to unlock spells, and that's a major mistake. Anyways, goblins are going in. We did get one of the storages attacking the town hall. Are you serious, guys? All right, I guess that's something we need to think about nowadays. The town hall, with as tanky as it is, will clobber up all of the damage when it comes to getting onto those storages. At the very least, we will get most of the gold from this base, except for that gold mine on the outside. Well, anyways, I am capped out on resources, so we're good to go. All right, as I said, spell factory. We got to get that done, and we need to get some spells cooking in this army composition. Level 1 lightning. Let's go. Wait, what did they do to my lightning? Back in my day, you dropped the lightning and it was doosh, doo. Am I misremembering things right now? Like, am I thinking of Clash Royale? Does the lightning look a lot different than when Clash of Clans released as a game? This thing looks dinky, but I guess we will just work with it in the end. Interesting stuff. Most expensive upgrade we can do right now does look like the barracks, but guys, we do have another wizard tower to build. I forgot you, wizard tower. I'm very sorry. Let's build that, and I think that's the full loadout of new buildings for Town Hall 6. The rest is going to be upgrades. Now, it looks like rank mode does unlock at Town Hall 7. I'm excited to see that. For now, we'll get into another single player map. Let's head into Watchtower. Ranked, I still have no clue what to expect. Is it the same exact thing, except there are, you know, trophies on the line? Is it a 1v1? I mean, I have no clue. So I'm excited to see what happens with it. Let's just go ahead and drop some wall breakers, archers, plus some barbarians. And man, do we have some resources to spend. First look at the new lightning. That was it. Supercell, I can't say that I'm happy with whatever happened to the lightning inside of the game, but we'll take that single player win. Back to base. 3 builders means we still have a bunch more to do, so let's get this elixir collector going. Let's do some of these quick and easy upgrades. Archer tower up to level 2. We can definitely get that done. Bomb. I'm going to gem that one because the bomb is just so boring. Let's get this cannon up to the next level. With 3 builders available, we need to do some expensive upgrades, so at the very least, we can refill our storages. I'm going to do the air defense. I think I did an army camp and 1 more army camp up to level 6. That will, at the very least, free up our coffers so we can do something to get some resources inside of this. All right, this base actually looks like it has some teeth to it. I could be completely wrong. I'm going to drop an archer here just so I can start taking these mortars out. Wall breakers so I can get on top of this cannon. Mortars will be taken out. I would love to drop my balloons, but those air defense are looking fierce. I know, a level 3 air defense looking fierce. It is what it is. That's the magic of Clash of Clans. That air defense is going to go down. Barbarians, I'm going to continue spamming these bad boys in here, opening up to what I'm assuming is called a town hall, a goblin town hall, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting impatient. I'm dropping my balloons. Lightning spell going on the mortar. Come on now, guys. You can't even take care of a mortar. All right, goblins going in, barbarians. That is another dub question mark. What are all of these Larrys coming out of the ground? But okay, still getting the job done. I wonder at what point we're not going to be able to go past these single player maps. I assume some of the new ones get really, really challenging, but we'll have to see. I'm not looking at any guides. We're going to do this going in blind. 1 more single player map to take out. Let's go. Once again, I remember this map like the back of my hand, taking care of those air defense so you could get in there and drop your balloons. Let's drop some wizards to back up these giants. Gonna start spraying and praying on the very top. I think we can at least drop our balloons now that those air defense should be taken care of by the time things get really hairy. Goblin gonna go down to open up those bombs. You better believe I didn't fall for that bait. And all right, another lightning spell, if you even want to call it that. And after a little bit of ring around the rosy, we'll be in a good spot to clean up this base and get that 3rd star. 1 more easy peasy raid on a very strange looking base to wrap up this multiplayer raid. Hopefully end up maxing out our gold, but guys, I feel like we made some pretty nice progress today. We sped run our way through obviously the end of Town Hall 5, which we didn't have much to spend on given we had so much inside of our gold mines and elixir collectors. Obviously at Town Hall 6 we have a lot of upgrades to do, but I'm feeling in a good spot. The walls are already done that we can't even dump our gold and elixir 2 in there. I'm gonna go ahead and keep knocking out a lot of those easy upgrades, get my base rolling up to the next Town Hall level, because I feel like at Town Hall 7 things may change in a drastic direction. Either that or Town Hall 8, I remember a lot of people saying, is when the game gets real. And for our last 2 upgrades of the day, let's go and knock out the most expensive longer ones so we can come back later and do the easy ones right now. And that'll do it. Episode number 3 in the books. Guys, once again, thank you a ton for all the support in the series. Let me know what army composition I should be using for farming in the comment section below. Any other advice is always welcome. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.